Well, hey there guys, thanks for joining us. In this video we're going to talk about the 2019 documentary ZZ Top, that little old band from Texas. Well, hey there guys, welcome to Rock Hard Riffs. This is the guitar channel for the self-taught. That's right, we're talking about ZZ Top. Such a great band. I mean, just thinking about these guys just kind of puts a smile on my face. Makes me think you're going to have a good time. And that's just really what they were. They're a power trio. They're just a good old-fashioned, good time power trio straight out of Texas. These guys also are just like they're like a standalone band. They're like a one-of-a-kind. It's like Texas blues rocked out. So rocked out Texas blues, however you want to put it. I mean, Stevie Ray is his thing. Stevie Ray Vaughan, he does his own thing. It definitely has like a Texas sound to it. But it's just not the same as ZZ Top. There's just a little different. But they're both definitely based in blues and rocked out and just so good. And the documentary starts, of course, just where it should. This documentary is so good and it's funny. There's so many parts in this I was laughing my rear end off. Especially when they did the worldwide Texas tour. And they brought basically what they called was a rodeo, a circus, and a rock show onto the road all together in one show. And oh my God, that had to be just crazy. Now, Frank Beard, the drummer, was saying that during that tour, they had kept a buzzard, this little live buzzard, just above him on some amplifiers next to him. And he said that sometimes when they would play like a really slow bluesy song, he would sometimes speed up so the buzzard wouldn't think he's dead and would come pecking on him. But of course he was kind of whacked out, old Frank Beard was, and you learn about that in the documentary. But again, it talks from their very basics, from the moving sidewalks on. That was Billy Gibbons' band. They talk about how they got their name ZZ Top, which is pretty funny, and a lot of the things that they experienced on the way. Such a great band though. Now some will say that ZZ Top sold out when it came to like albums like Eliminator from that point on. And they knew very consciously what they were doing. In fact, the record company tried to stop them from putting out so much of a commercial type album like Eliminator, which has Sharp Dressed Man and all that sort of thing on there. But they knew exactly what they were doing. And really, it seems to me what the idea was is just to take some blues and put it to a dance beat, or a more danceable beat, if you want to put it that way. And I really think that's what was the idea behind it. And boy, it sure worked. It sold tons. Now, of course, again, this is another one of those things during the MTV era to where would it have done as well? And I think it would have. I really do, because it's just great dance stuff, which is always popular on Top 40. And it has that soulful Texas rocked out blues thing at the same time. ZZ Top, such a great band. Let's talk about them real quick. If I didn't mention it earlier, this documentary is on Netflix right now. This is March of 2020. So it's out on Netflix right now, and I really recommend it if you have that service. Now, we spoke about the Worldwide Texas Tour, something kind of interesting after that, because it was such a crazy tour and it was so long and arduous that Dusty Hill, the bass player, said after the concert tour he went and worked at an airport for a few months, just doing baggage and stuff like that, and everybody knew him as Joe. He didn't tell anybody of his real name. They just knew him as Joe, and he hung out and was a baggage guy at the airport. Can you imagine that after going on a world tour? And I guess he must have shaved his beard or something because nobody recognized him. Now, Frank Beard, the drummer, well, he went kind of on a tryst. Nothing too positive that you want to talk about, but he talks all about it in the documentary. Thank God he's still alive. Thankfully, he lived through it. And then, of course, we have the great Billy Gibbons. Now, what he had done is he went to England, where he said he had discovered punk rock and the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. That's right, punk rock and the Maharishi. What a combination. And a guy from a little old band from Texas. What a combination, but why not? Now, as far as the album Eliminator goes, you have to ask yourself, I mean, how many Lagranges and Tushes and Heard It on the X's can they release? You know, they're going to be redundant, and it's going to happen kind of fast. They really did need to mix things up a bit. Whether that's veering more towards the commercial side or not, it sure made a huger hit out of already a very big hit. in ZZ Top. But boy, they are definitely etched into the rock and roll landscape forever. So I don't like to give away too much when we're talking about these documentaries. You know, you'll see it for yourself if you happen to watch it, and I guarantee you're going to love this. It's going to make you laugh. It's going to put a smile on your face, I guarantee it. So again, that's ZZ Top, that little old band from Texas. It's on Netflix. It's about an hour and a half, and it definitely worth a watch. Alright guys, thanks so much for joining us. This is Rock Hard Riffs, the guitar channel for the self-taught. Again, check out some of our other videos if you're new. And if you enjoy what you see, please subscribe. We really appreciate that. Alright guys, we'll see you next video.